Hey all, Mango the Bard here. What with the world event going on, Phil and I aren't getting as much time to record together. That makes it a little difficult to keep producing content, so I'm doing this one solo. So today we're going to be playing Civ 6, a turn-based strategy where you get to pick a civilization and a leader that was in charge of it at a time, and with unique abilities, try and develop yourself as a nation and be better than just everyone else. It's a fantastic game. There's a lot to it, so I think that's a lot of fun. Today we're playing as Eleanor of Aquitaine. So as you can see on screen here, Duchess of Aquitaine, regent of 2 lands, patron of troubadours, and judge of the court of love. She's got some pretty nice, unique abilities and buildings that she can construct, and we'll get into it later. Yeah, so let's get it going. I'm going to start off kind of explaining a bunch of stuff, but then as we get going and you get more familiar, just for people who aren't familiar with the game, we'll kind of skip some stuff later on. But for now, we'll just settle our city. We get Paris. It's a fantastic place. We're going for a culture victory on this one, and I've got the difficulty setting on King. I was thinking of doing something a little bit harder, but I'm like, we're going to have fun with this. This isn't going to be something super competitive play here. So what I've got here is my city settled. I've got different land. You'll notice different resource image looking tiles. And these tiles here they're different resources. The ones with the yellowish gold background that you'll see around these, those ones are bonus resources. So they're nice. They give you a boost. There's definitely something nice. However, the one that we like the most are the luxury resources, which have a, purple background. That purple background and the luxury resource itself is something that gives our city an amenity when we harvest it, and it isn't just some kind of nice little bonus like these ones. But we get an amenity, which makes our people happy, and that's something we need to keep in check. We're not going to worry about it too much in the beginning here, though. Our city won't become unhappy relatively soon. We've got time to worry about that. And so for now, what I like to start off with is just exploring the map, kind of getting an idea of my surroundings, so that I can have a better idea of where I want to go next, because we will be expanding. Oh, don't you worry. Also, I'm going to start off with researching pottery. So we've got a couple different things that over time we research, and as you can see here, they both take a set number of turns. So this here is the science research, and that is going to... We get different things out of researching. So like researching animal husbandry would let me build camps to actually get these deer. Whereas the mining research would be needed if I wanted to build something over the gypsum here. However, I'm going to start with pottery. I might not actually start with pottery. I might start with the animal husbandry. I'm going to do that because I've got 2 deer right here. And then the other one here is the civics tree. Yeah, it's essentially the counterpart to the science research as your social culture, kind of how far you've progressed as people. So we are still developing the code of law. We're still coming up with the great idea of an eye for an eye. In the beginning of the game goes a little quick. There isn't as much to do per turn, so it'll just kind of be me moving around, getting a lay of the land, waiting for this scout to be produced, so that I have more units to take a look around and kind of check things out, see how it's going. You know, this isn't a dangerous land yet, as far as I can tell. We can have fun. We can do some safe searching. Okay, so this menu here, and what I'm doing here is I'm choosing what my city, Paris here, is working on as a project. And that project runs on production, so you'll kind of see each one of these have a cost at the bottom of how much production it'll take. If they take a cost, we'll figure out how much we're producing. We'll work on that too. But in the meantime, I like to build a settler as quickly as possible. it gives you, a settler gives you another city, and you can grow. It's 2 cities working on 2 different projects at the same time sooner. Going to get you more by the end than, a second city that you set up much, much later to start helping out with producing things. So building more cities as quickly as possible is a strategy I like to make, at least until I get to a point where I feel like I have enough, and then I just focus entirely on them until the end of the game and kind of just go for it from there. But things change. Plans change. You'll see that happen. I might say I'll do one thing and then 2 turns later be like, nope, not going to do that anymore. That's a terrible idea. But yeah, so what my Paris here is going to be producing, I think from the get-go, we'll go with a builder. Because that'll take 7 turns. I can't build a settler yet because it takes 1 away from my population when I build one of those, and my population is only at 1. In 6 turns, it'll be 2. So that's why I think building the builder right now is good. I can use that builder to upgrade my land here and get these 2 deer once animal husbandry is done. As well as by the time that is done, I'll only be 1 turn in to the time frame in which I could produce a settler, so I'm not really wasting too much time getting to that either. So that seems like the plan we're going to go with for now. And most definitely go with. Plans don't change as much in the beginning here. I'm certainly not excited about checking out more snow, but this is kind of the bottom of the map. I don't think I'm going to find anything super interesting down here. So let's just kind of go elsewhere. Anywhere else, honestly. Just get out of Dodge, guys.
If there are no dogs in heaven, then when I die, I want to go where they went.
Okay, so animal husbandry is done being researched. We got that going for us. It should be just 4 more turns until we get the builder to capitalize on getting that research and getting our deer there. Let's choose a new research. So now that we have the deer, we can think about... Ooh, actually, that animal husbandry is going to be nice for these horses, too. We can think about getting the mining for our luxury resource, and it wouldn't be a bad idea to get that going out of the way. If we can keep our citizens happy, we keep them producing things. Because if they're not happy, if we do feel like we're low on amenities, we just don't produce as much. Like actual people who want to get paid for what they do. Tamar of Georgia. What a fine civ to have on this planet. I put them on random, so I don't know who I'm all getting on this map, but I'm familiar with Tamar of Georgia. Not of the American Georgia, but, civilization of itself, Georgia. She really likes walls for some reason. She's the one civ who's super into walls. She won't like you if you don't build walls around your city. And she'll think you're just super fantastic and you were meant to be born in her civilization if you build walls. She's a bit of a nut, but, so long as I build walls, she's easy to get along with, so I don't mind that.
At his best, man is the noblest of all animals. Separated from law and justice, he is the worst.
Alrighty, so we just finished our code of laws finally. So that's our civic research essentially. And that, when we get that comes with these policy cards, which are boosts that we can give ourselves. And this here is where we use those cards. This is our government page. Right now our government is just kind of it's small. It's not really a government, but we're going to be working towards that. In fact, we're going to be doing specific things to boost our civics so that we can get to a better government quicker, so that we can be using more policy cards that we unlock at a time as our government grows. But for now, I think I'm going to do the double experience for recon units. I haven't really run into any barbarians so far, so I'm not worried about staying beefed. But getting more experience that I can work with. Barbarians are going to be random units that are out on the map that don't really belong to another civilization. They're just there to make everyone's day worse. Which is why I don't feel bad about trampling them. But other civs, we got to respect the other civs. Those are people. And then I do kind of want to get a religion, so we'll go with 1 faith a turn. As soon as I can build a district, I'm going to be going for some faith and religion. We have a faith count, faith per turn that we generate, which is now 1 thanks to that card I just put down or put into our government. And we have an opportunity eventually to to make a pantheon. And once we get there, we'll actually have to start generating something other than faith to finally get a religion. We'll have to earn a great profit. And earning a great profit is here in the Great People tab. I'll get more into this a little bit later. I am going to check this here, though, because I very much would like to be the first person to get to 40. So let's hope that I can do that compared to everyone else on here. So we'll keep an eye on that, but I'm gonna go over it later. There's a little bit more into Great People once we get into districts and stuff like that. For now, we're just gonna keep swimming, like good old little Dory says. Oh wow! Speak of the devil, a barbarian right here near my homelands. Yeah, I'm gonna rush units back. I do want to protect that place, especially with a builder on the way. Barbarians can not only destroy stuff that you build up, but they can kidnap builder units and render them useless to you until you recapture them. So we don't want that to happen. Back into my other thing too here with our plan to get to a government as soon as possible. So here's the civics tree. These are the 2 that we have available, craftsmanship and foreign trade. Every single one of these has a boost, or a way to boost it, and it does about a third, I'd say about a third of the total time it takes will just fill up if you do that boost requirement. So if I were to improve 3 tiles, a third of that would fill, and I wouldn't have to spend any more time on it than those, the turns it took to put the 3 tiles down. And so it's always nice to go for those boosts. We like saving time because then our time can be spent on other things, which is good opportunity cost. But the thing we want to gun for to get our government is this one right here, political philosophy. So that one lets us choose between 3 different government options, as well as we get 2 new policy cards, and the option to build that wonder. I don't know if we'll be building that wonder. That's not really a sparkly treasure in this. It's just kind of there. But yeah, in order to get to political philosophy, we'll need to get state workforce and early empire. And each one of those gets unlocked from craftsmanship and foreign trade. Foreign trade into early empire, craftsmanship and state workforce. So I would like to at least get one of each of these boosted before I research them. We'll see if I get to do that. We have a builder on the way, so I'm sure we'll get this boost in time. So we're going to start working on craftsmanship here. I think I am going to bring out a slinger. There's a science boost I can get from killing a barbarian with one of those. Oh, nifty. Well, that scout's actually going to stay out and about for a second and grab that. I'm gonna talk about that in a second here, but first, you can't get any closer. Let's just go for the... God damn it, go back to the city. Barbarian right there, we don't want him. Our builder's safe in the city. Any other tile, the barbarian can take it, but in the city, our builder's safe. But yeah, so this here's a tribal village. Once I take it, or step on it, or land on it, or whatever, I get some random bonus, just kind of like finding a goodie box. And that goodie box was enhancing, or boosting masonry, so I didn't have to do the masonry thing to get that boost. As well as, I guess, just a science boost. I don't know, maybe I finished mining this turn, I didn't pay attention. And masonry wouldn't be a bad route to go if we wanted to build walls to become George's best friend. I don't really need a best friend right now, though, and I do want to start getting some religious stuff going, and astrology is the way to do that. So we're going to research astrology. I didn't get the boost. I'd love to get that boost. It's so hard to know if you're going to find a wonder, though, because they're kind of just sporadic around the map. The better you explore, the better chance you have of finding one to get that boost, but sometimes you just kind of have to push through without the boost so that you can build that district quicker, because everyone gets to religion quicker than I do, it feels like. Yeah, no, every damn time, actually. We'll see if I can pull it off. Georgian merchant. Oh, cool. So she's actually sending me a delegation. I appreciate that. Thank you. Um, I didn't send her a delegation the turn after I met her, so she's not friendly with me at the moment. I'm surprised she gave me a delegation. That shows that she does want to be friendly, and I'm just kind of a schmuck who ignored her. Again, I'm not really looking for a best friend. Sorry, tomorrow. Maybe later, you know. Maybe. Want to build some walls. And now let's work on that settler, because I've put that off way longer than I wanted to. Completely forgot that was the next thing I was going to do after the builder. And look at how much time I spent. Where to put the new city? No, there's a good idea. Let's think about that. So if we go over this way, we can get more gypsum antlers. Maybe we can get far enough to get this dye here. There is a thing called loyalty in this. The further you go away, the more of a loyalty burden it can be. But basically, if your city is not loyal, they're gonna just leave your civilization, and someone else can scoop them up and add them in. So we want to keep them loyal. And how we keep track of that is this little symbol with the arrow here. That's showing that I'm at full loyalty, which it's my capital city. They better be loyal to the capital. Gee, boy, howdy, I would hope. I'm not going to be too cautious with the distance. I think I could get away with like throwing it right up here, and I would kind of want to. There's spices, there's wheat, fish, gypsum. Got local water, like fresh water. There's an oasis there. There's some things that can only be built by tiles like that. Floodplains as well. That's going to be nice. Yeah, no, that's just all around. Wow, I'm liking it. I'm liking that spot the more I look at it. Yeah, we're going to go settle up there. Okay. Yeah, I know I said I was going to get both of these deer here, but actually I'm going to have my builder run over and get the horses. I have an opportunity to get a boost on horseback riding if I build on there and build a pasture like that. So why not? You know, I can always get the deer later, and building something on there isn't actually going to give me any different of a boost than building something on there when it comes to the improved 3 tiles. That being said, I've taken longer with it than I wanted to. I should have just done that and got it over with. You know what, we'll do a turn of 4 and trade. As soon as I build that, it'll be done. Yeah, and you ran into some bullies, so you gotta run away. Run away, little slinger. You can do it. Hey, we met a city-state now. So city-states are good little friendos. They aren't really competing against you or with you, per se, unless, you know, you earn their favor. They have relationships with I and Tamar now, so we probably both have an envoy there. But there are things where we can send envoys that we develop over time. I haven't earned any yet, so that hasn't come up. But when we get enough envoys and we can invest them into different city-states to get different kind of boosts for ourselves, and Cahokia is definitely one I want to invest in because it's a money city-state. It wants me to send a trade route. That's not gonna happen anytime soon. Alright, so we now can start construction on a holy site district. We have a couple tile options that are telling us we'll get a boost if we put the district there. There are a number of things that affect the districts differently. I think with the holy site district, it's getting a boost from... what is that get a boost here? From each adjacent natural wonder, grassland, plains, mountain, tundra... Okay, so there's just a bunch of different kinds of tiles that'll give it a boost. Why this one doesn't get it, I don't know, man. Don't ask me. I ain't an expert or nothing. But I am willing to spend 55 coin to put it in a better spot. And actually, I really like the idea of just throwing it right over there. Kind of keep it out of the way. Let's do that. Eleanor of Aquitaine, though, is kind of broken. There's a reason I picked her. I wanted to have fun and not have to struggle too hard. We've got a unit here who's getting a promotion, and we're just going to make them hit harder. Sounds like a solid promotion, and you are just going to shoot better. The slingers here are supposed to be our ranged units compared to the club guy who's melee, but they can't really shoot more than, you know, a tile away at this level. Every other ranged unit after this can. It's just because they're slingers and they don't actually have bows or guns or something. Makes sense, you know. They are fully equipped to take down Goliaths, though. And though I've never seen it, I have a sneaking suspicion that this slinger unit here is the ideal unit to take on the death robot at the end of the game. Oh, God, look at that. That is just, that is some crisp-looking territory. It's a shame I'm going to have to grow the border eventually to change that, but I like that. That's some zesty business. Yeah, so let's buy that builder for you. Why don't you just start working on a monument? Because that is supposed to be the cheapest structure to build, and it's still going to take you 40 turns at this rate. That's going to go up, probably. Things will get better for it before it's done producing that, and it'll be going quicker, but as it stands now, it's going to take a while. So we are 3 turns away from finishing our Holy Site District, which means we're 3 turns away from getting this boost, which is a good thing, because we'll be finishing State Workforce fairly quickly. We're at turn 27 with 2 cities, so we're about where I would like to be, and we get to choose a Pantheon, which means we might be even betterer off. Has anyone else gotten to it? Yeah, darn, someone else got to it. So someone else is working on religion. We'll have to look at that tab and see who's all ahead of us. But someone has already made their Pantheon, and they took religious settlements, which basically just gives you a settler for a free city right off the bat, rather than like a rest of the game, you know, effect, which actually is still pretty good, because you're getting that city way earlier on than what you normally would, and it can start producing things and grow exponentially way earlier on, especially if you use that new city to produce, oh, I don't know, another city. But yeah, someone else took it. However, fertility rights is still a pretty darn skippy one, so we're going to go with it. There are tons of different things you can choose from for this Pantheon bonus, and I'm sure plenty of them work well, if not better, than what I'm doing for either this civ or other civs, I'm sure. I like fertility rights, though, because city growth rate is up 10%, and city growth rate being up is a really good thing. Because, you know what, I'm just going to get into that. We're gonna talk about that. So right now we got our managed citizens. So right here, our 3 citizens of Paris are currently working, it doesn't count the capital one, but are currently working 3 tiles. And those 3 tiles are giving us an amount of food, an amount of production, or an amount of gold. Some can produce science or culture. But yeah, right here what we're getting is a decent amount of food and then a decent amount of production from over here, which is fine. When we have more food, our population number gets, we'll gain more population quicker. Whereas less food, we won't get a population as quickly. And if we're at a point of starving, we will lose population. But getting more population lets us work more tiles. And working more tiles means we can also grow faster or larger. But we also get more production. So we can produce things that take more production time. We get more gold if we, can get a 4th citizen. We'll get on this antler business down here. So yeah, we got to keep an eye on that a little bit, and a 10% increase to city growth rate is going to help us get more of that. So I like that 10% city growth rate. It's pretty solid.
No man ever wetted clay and then left it, as if there would be bricks.
Oh, it happens. The other one was more important for us. So I'm planning on winning culturally and religiously. Well, religion's going to be a factor if I can actually get a religion made. 2 turns. Oh boy. I don't know. I do need a wonder, though. Hanging Gardens is there. But people tend to hold off on the Temple of Artemis, and that gives bonus food and housing, which is nice. We need a certain amount of housing in each city for to support its population. As you know, that is an actual thing to think about. And then it looks like it also provides an amenity to... Oh, Actually, building that in our capital would be really good, because that's going to give an extra amenity to the deer camps down here. Wow, that's... Yeah, no, actually, we really want to go for that. So we need to kill a unit with a slinger. Come on, slingers. Let's sling. Once we get this wheat worked by a builder unit, we'll get the boost for irrigation here, which I'd like so that we can get the spice and dyes here eventually. Probably could wait. In the meantime, let's see, what are we going to work? Should I just do irrigation? I'm probably going to get it. Well, I don't know, it's about 4 turns. We'll this one's already boosted. We'll work on it. We can use science. Gives us the option for the science district and to build a library, which goes in that science district. Now that archery got its boost, I do want to start looking into it, because I really want to be the first person to build that wonder. So wonders are building projects where most people, you know, or every civ in this game can build a granary. Every civ can build you know, a wall, normal structures, a library. But wonders, only one person can have it once. So it is a bit of a race between all the players. There are more than 2 players right now. I just haven't met them yet. I think there's 6 in here. Maybe there's 5. Oh, yikes! Didn't notice this either. So this here is a clock of sorts for the different eras that we go through. Right now we're in ancient era, and we'll kind of go through the different eras as the game progresses. Right now, ancient era is going to end in 10 turns, and I have not done enough things that are wonderful or nifty. Those wonderful, nifty things at this stage of the game predominantly tend to be like, hey, you built a galley, or hey, you cleared this barbarian encampment, way to go, you. I'm not at an ocean edge to build a galley, nor have I really seen barbarian encampments. I guess there's that one, but even with the points I get from that wouldn't be enough. So yeah, I think I'm just going to be going into a dark age, which is why that's glowing red and is going all scary. But that's not a problem, because getting into a dark age can be advantageous, and I will express that when it happens. If it happens. We'll see.
I shot an arrow into the air.
Oh boy. So archery's done. Yay. Barbarian horse came out of nowhere. Took one of my builders. I'm probably gonna lose the other one. No, I won't. Okay, I'll be able to protect this one. But god dang, yeah, they just kind of came out of nowhere. It was a truck into my side. I hurt. I ache. I want ever so to be better, and I will be once I get Temple of Artemis, because it's only going to take 9 turns, and I can put it right there. That's a great spot for it. I can't really build farms on the snow anyways, so we'll just put that there. Give me 4 food on that space anyhow. And then next up, we will finish writing. There is a boost. I can't remember if it's for a tech or if it's for a civic, but there is a boost to get 3 different specialty district builds. 3 districts built throughout your whole civilization. So I do want to invest in science and build that. I could build the government plaza to get that boost right off the bat, but I might just wait until I can build a different district outside of that one. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Oh, right, and we were going to check the great people here, see how we're doing for the religion. So... Georgia must have been the person who got the religious settlements before us. Otherwise, we're already on track to getting a religion before other people. Probably should invest in the shrine. But I'm actually not too concerned about it. We're in a good place to be focusing on this monument for right now instead of other things.
A strong economy begins with a strong, well-educated workforce.
Ooh, good. Yes, actually, we just got that so that we can fight these barbarians, and that so that we now get a boost to building a Temple of Artemis of 15% on a project that almost took 9 turns. We should have one less turn of production time now. Shit. Don't know if that's right. And now I get to have a governor because I just finished the civic for that district thing building. But who to take? Everyone's got some good stuff to offer. I think for now, though, I'm gonna take Reyna because she's got some pretty decent money boosts that I can take advantage of relatively early on. She's probably not the best pick. I'm probably better off going with someone else who's better for getting cities to grow. But I do like getting her fully promoted right off the bat because she's got an ability when she's fully promoted, which lets me just buy districts with gold instead of having to spend turns to build them. So that's pretty nifty. I like that. Oh my god, these barbarians are nuts. I'm going to have to beef up. I don't think I'm strong enough at the moment. Let's clear up this swamp. We can actually get rid of the swamp on that tile. I think I've got the researched for that. We'll find out. And that'll give us a food and production bonus, or maybe just a food bonus to the city. So that's worthwhile. Once in a while. You don't always want to. Because one thing that's also going to do to that tile is right now it's producing 3 food for me. It might go down to only 1 or 2 food for me if I remove that. Oh, I can. It requires irrigation. Well, I'm doing that next. So we're good. You know what? Actually, so they're at a point where they probably could just bum rush my archer and kill it. I think I'm going to throw the builder out right here to distract at least one of them into wanting to grab that. Because with where it's at, I could probably grab it back right away, unlike that one where I'm kind of divided from it. And that might give me another turn just to get rid of the riffraff out of my neighborhood. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. It's a risky call, but I like playing a little risky. It's fun. Nope, didn't distract them at all. They knew they wanted me dead. I respect it. I don't like it. And you are already invading my gypsum. God. Dang it all. Early Empire, let's go. I already got the boost for that. That boost is just my civilization needs to have a population of 6 or more. And I got the 4 and the 2 there. So I met the requirement already. I don't usually struggle to get that one unless I'm struggling to get cities. Once you get a second city down, you usually get that boost pretty quick. Wait, I have horses. Oh, goodness, I'm such a fool. I could have been trading. What will you give me for 30 horses? 3 more gold a turn for 30 turns, and then just 6 gold flat. Give me more. Do you not want these horses? Do you not want my animals, Georgia? Well, if you're not going to give me much, I don't want to spend much. You know what? No, I do want to spend much because I'm not using these horses, goddammit. I might use these horses. I'll give you 10. Yeah, give me whatever you can for that. God. I need a better friend. Someone who buys my stuff for a higher price. I need a new villager. I need to build a vacant house so that someone can move in onto the island. Cool, you're strong enough to survive that. You are strong enough to almost kill. Oh, I hope that's not enough to kill my guy here, though. That'd be disappointing. But possible. Whoa. I'm sorry. Did I do something to bother you? Did you not like that I came to your doorstep to trade horses? Are you offended? No, you just don't like that I apparently am lazy and unworthy. I'm in a war right now with the barbarians. What are you doing? Actually, what are you doing? This is all I can see of your land.
Thousands have lived without...
Ooh, they do have the shrine up. Okay, so they are... I wonder if they're producing more than me. 2 a turn, 1 a turn. They are producing more than me. They might get to that profit faster than me, but I think I'll still get a profit. Like, there isn't just one of them. There is a limited number, but there isn't just one. So I think I'm still good to get one. Now that irrigation's done, you can clear that for 24 food. That didn't... I swear that didn't go up at all. I don't know, maybe I'll look back at the recording, but... Yes, good, we can build someone else to help out around here. Ooh, that was a bad move on my part. But he'll survive. I think. I hope. Gosh, yeah, I hope. Masonry, let's finally build walls. If she's the only friend option I have, I'll want to be her friend. So let's build some goddamn walls. Stay protected. It's probably a good idea. She's just looking out for me, you know. Looking out for my well-being. Oh, hey. Here's where that Dark Age starts. Well, good news. The only other person I have to compare myself to is also in a Dark Age, so I don't feel self-conscious. But yeah, who knows what those other three are doing. And these are bonuses I can get for this next era due to being in a Dark Age. Well, I guess they're not really bonuses. They're ways to earn era score differently than what it was before, to see if that works better for me or whatever. We'll go with Monumentality, because I think I could get away with getting a district up or two, maybe getting a science district up in this one or down here or something. I am going to, next turn I'm going to get a boost to the development of the culture district, because that requires a wonder. And gee, I've already got that. Way to go, me.
When I saw the house of Artemis that mounted to the clouds, those other marvels lost their brilliancy. And I said, lo, apart from Olympus, the sun never looked on aught so grand.
Oh, there's that boost. Get him! Hey, out of here. It's my turf. Get him, Archer. Oh, okay, so this here is what it looks like when I don't have enough amenities. Gee, I guess why. No one took the Great Bath yet. Hanging Gardens. See, now this would increase my growth rate even more on top of the Pantheon I founded, which would be pretty zesty. I do need to focus on building normal stuff in my city, though, for now, I think. What does the Great Bath do? Yeah, it's good. Yeah. I do want to get that Great Prophet. So we're going to build a shrine. Here we go. Working on it. It's happening.
Look back over the past, with its changing empires that rose
cool.
and
All right,
fell.
so we got our early empire. We definitely want to change the policies. I'm not working on a wonder anymore, so I don't need that boost to my wonder. I do like getting a production boost in all cities, but that is only one production. Like, it's not a tremendous amount. My other option is a production boost towards builders, which I may want. But actually, no. With this one, I get a production boost towards settlers. And I definitely do want to focus on that. We need more cities. We need to get going. And then we're just going to do reduced maintenance 1 per turn. I'm not dealing with the barbarians as much, and even if I am dealing with them, I have enough units where I think I can still overpower them, especially with the ranged tactics. So we'll get rid of that boost for saving money. Saving money's nice. Hey, and I get to appoint another governor. I'm going to appoint you. So, Amani here is pretty unique. She gets, you can send her to one of your cities, or you can actually send her to a city-state that you know, and she's kind of a diplomat there, if you will. And we are going to send her to Cahokia. Hey, political philosophy, there we go, let's go. I haven't met 3 city-states yet, don't know if I will. I have 2, just need to find one more. And my explorer here is doing some exploring. God, I wish I could name these units. I'd definitely name this Scout Dora. Oh boy, what do you want? So you want me to give you horse and my borders for 4. Hey, that's a better price than you were offering before. I don't want to give you open borders, though, and I don't really want yours. So, what if we just made this a deal about horses? I give you all 33, and you give me, like... Oh, you can only hold 23 at the moment. Gotcha. Yeah, sure. I'll take the deal. I like money. I like having more of it.
He's carving a stone, erecting a column.
Getting that trader. So the thing with the trader, and why I didn't worry about producing it sooner, it is a good way to get some more cash flow, and it would give me an opportunity to complete that mission for this city-state, which gives me an envoy with them. However, there's just too many barbarians loose, and if any barbarian lands on that trader unit, they can just plunder it. It gets deleted. You lose that trade route, you lose the unit. It's not a good time. I don't like it, and I don't like sending them out unless I can generally guarantee their safety. And I can't over here. I just don't know what's over there right now, other than, how the land looks. So we're not going to worry about the trader yet. It's coming. In fact, I'll probably put my next city up here, because that's a really good spot. Food-wise, as well as some resources, like we've got access to spice. And it lets us kind of keep climbing up this way. I don't know, I feel like expanding that way is going to be the ticket. And it's a builder. You need a builder. We need to fix that. We need to get this amenity crisis done and over with. Oh, that's what you get for leaving your camp. Hey, we got a civic boost for getting rid of a camp. Way to go. Go us. You see, this is why we're the best. Eleanor of Aquitaine is a beast. Yeah, I think I mentioned earlier she's a little broken. I didn't really get into that too much. So she's got a really good ability, especially if you're going for a culture victory, which we are. Where in a city, for every piece of artwork that she has in that city, within 9 tiles of that city, other cities get -1 loyalty for each piece of artwork. And so what she ends up doing is not ever having to go to war with people and still manages to take their cities because, the loyalty drop is too much for them to handle and they separate. Oh, another part of that ability. When they separate, typically you either have to conquer it to get it, or if you have enough loyalty over time, it'll build up and they'll want to join you. Eleanor of Aquitaine, when her ability is when they separate from someone else, if she has the most influence over them currently, which if she's causing it, she probably does, they just join her right away. No questions asked. They just love her. She's the best, clearly. And a natural disaster occurs. So, wow, it killed 2 people. That sucks. I need to build a dam. Jesus. That hurt. That hurt a lot. So yeah, natural disasters can occur. This padded grass was evident that it was a floodable area. It's an area that could flood along that river. I ignored it. It's just a flood. I don't think I've ever had the floods hit my city like that before, though. I got kind of nervous about seeing the loss of 2 people. Doesn't seem like I lost people, though. Yes, this was the intended consequence of building a wall. She just likes me now. She thinks I'm a better person for having walls. And also, I must have done something for Cahokia, because I'm their suzerain now, which means I'm the first person to get 3 envoys to them. Being their suzerain comes with perks. Admittedly, I don't take advantage of those perks as much as I should in this game. But being the suzerain, I think they give something. Let's take a look here. Oh yeah, they'll follow me into War and Peace, I guess. That's pretty nifty too. So if I go to war with someone that they're right next to, they'll help out and just kind of bully them. You can also levy their military for a cost. You can buy all of their military units and just use them for a time. There is a Civ in the newest DLC, I think, that really capitalizes on that. Haven't used it. I don't care to levy. I'm not a big battler. I don't get into wars too often, unless people just get in my way. We'll see. Maybe later it'll happen, but I doubt I'll even need to go to war with Eleanor. Ooh, hold up. Tribal village. Scout, I think you can survive long enough to get to that. Can you please? I'll be keeping tabs on you, homie. Alright, clock is racing for you. One more turn, homie. Come on. You got this. You can do it. I don't think anybody's gonna swoop up at you. Let's just hope they don't have high movement, high level. I doubt it. You're probably fine. You're probably safe. Oh god, I hope he is.
Divide and rule, a sound motto. Unite and lead, a better one.
Alrighty, we finally got our government unlocked. We got to the political philosophy, and we are ready. So, when choosing a government, they kind of display what card policy slots you'll be given, what kind, and then as well as they each come with different abilities. For how we're growing, we're not really worried about going to war, but production towards wonders could be nice. The thing is it's got 2 military card slots, and I don't really want 2. I could use 2, but not as effectively as I could use probably 2 of the economy spots. Oligarchy is a nice one, especially if, you know, I am worried about war, but also just getting unit experience. It's got a nice balance, though. But having an extra house and amenity with cities that have a district. So far it would just be my capital, but eventually it'll be all of my cities that have at least one district. So having that boost is nice. And then the 15% great person points, that's really nice. Because I haven't gotten my great profit yet, so I'm getting a boost to those points. So we're taking that government. And along with it, we're gonna have 1 production in both of those cities. But let's just up the builders. I'm gonna be producing that mostly. 2 influence points. So this is 2 more points per turn towards those envoys in the city-states, so I like having that one. I haven't met, I want to say 6 of the city-states, so this wouldn't be a bad one to throw on there for initially meeting them. I probably would get more of a profit off of it, but I don't know when I'll be running into them. I don't want to dink around waiting to meet them to get that boost when I might not meet them for a while. So I'm just going to get the 2 points per turn right off the bat. And then for my wild card slot, I think I will keep... Man, do I want a 3rd one of these? Yeah, let's just put more production in All City. We're going to get a lot of things cooking. This is a full kitchen set. And now we can gun for our theater square district, and we can start actually focusing on culture and making great works of art. I can't wait to make great works of art. Okay, settler. You would be great right there, actually. Now that I'm looking at it, because that one, we've got access to the crab and the wheat for food, spice for that, but then actually later on when we grow, we'll be able to get this gypsum down here into the city too. One good way to map it out is anything within 3 tiles of your city center. That's when you're probably gonna get you're gonna get more effective use out of, because even though I think your city can actually grow up to like 5 tiles in radius, if room allows. Rarely would I say that happens unless you're like in the middle of the ocean. But you can only work the tiles up to 3 out, so there isn't really a point in having that extra land. You can't really work it, you're not really getting anything from it. Speaking of which, we've got 6 in here now. Let's do a little micromanaging. What do we actually want you to work on? I think you are working on the best tiles you can at the moment. If I wanted to focus on growing and not production, we could make this switch from there. But honestly, or well, yeah, that one's... Yeah, that'd be really the only change we could make. Our food's going up fine. We've got that extra grow rate. Not a biggie. We'll keep it with production. And we'll get a second district going. Right on that desert tile. That is producing nothing else for us. And because we put that campus district next to 2 mountains, we get a +2 science boost to it. So that's handy. Like that. Like that quite a bit. Oh! Oh, I haven't seen that before, but okay, because I'm Kohikia's suzerain, I guess I get to build a unique building from them. I don't know what it does, but I'm going to look into that. That's pretty cool. Next turn here, we'll be able to see what the builder says it is. Well, Scout, it's been nice running with you. Let's see what you get us. A civics boost. I appreciate that. You've done us a great service, and good night, my sweet prince. Ooh. But we discovered horseback riding, so we're ahead of people in that regard. We got it before everyone else. Fix that, please. Thank you. Get up there, Settler. Now that you're feeling fresh and fine, let's get you going on a settler. Because we are about expansion right now. We want to get big and dummy thick. Let's get bronze working out of the way. You know what? Because that finding iron, if I have a mine over iron somehow already, some way, or I have some access to it, I'll have that to trade because I can't use it now. So that's just more money now. I like more money now. Kind of how we took down the marsh over here on this tile. I'm going to be taking down the woods over here. It's not going to be a food bonus, it will be a production bonus, so it's going to go towards that and make that go a little bit quicker. In the long run, it usually is a better idea to turn it into a sawmill, a tile that just naturally gives you more production over time. You're going to get more out of it that way, I would say. But every once in a while, you just kind of want to get certain things done quicker than everyone else, like growing and taking up the map, because eventually this map is just going to be filled. There's not really going to be any more land to discover, explore, and use well. And so I just kind of want to take as much of what's available now while I can. That tends to work out decently for me in this game. Okay, well, thanks to having walls now, my city can attack if it's close enough. And then my units can almost finish the job, but disappoint me. And it's happened. We, France, have got our great prophet. We will go down in history for this religion. What religion are we founding, though? You know what I should be working towards scientifically is a dam. I can build a dam district to kind of mitigate that flooding. Takes a hop and a skip to get over to it. But that's where we need to go. We need to get mathematics. Wait, okay, so that's that build 3 different specialty districts. Own 2 galleys for shipbuilding, that's usually a hurdle, especially when I don't have any on the ocean. I do now, though. Maybe I can start using my money that way.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
And there is our religion. Ladies and gentlemen, we will get everyone to follow and believe. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Some bonuses that we can get for having this religion here. Work ethic's pretty good. Plus 1% production for each citizen following the religion in the city. So for my main city, which now has a population of 6, 7, I can't remember off the top of my head. If I get everyone in my capital city to worship, that's, you know, plus 6, 7% production, which is pretty solid. And that only grows with my city. And then the other one, the beauty, the grace. There's actually 2 really good ones in here that I'd recommend. Tithe, plus 1 gold for every 4 followers of the religion. We can get some extra gold that way pretty well, and I'm going to be going with that one. However, another really good one is scripture. That one we can still get when we reform a religion, and we'll see that later on if it's still available. Scripture is good because it increases your pressure, so it helps your religion spread without you doing as much work. But I want to secure tithe because I like money. Having money's nice; it lets me buy things. So yeah, that's our religion. Okay, so that's where I'm going to cut it there for this episode. Thanks for tuning in thus far, and I hope you're enjoying the game so far. We are going to get into focusing on the culture victory and starting that, because next time we will have the theater districts, and I can get a bit more into how the culture system works, how we're going to win with it, and kind of what routes we're going to go with it. There's a lot to it. It's a lot of fun. I think it's cool. But anyways, catch you guys next time. Bye!